Aries says, watch movies with subs to learn new words or to watch with no subs to understand speech. But how can you understand with no subs if you don't know certain words in the sentence? And I think that's an interesting one, right? What can you do if you just don't know that word or you don't know that phrase? And that's going to come up a lot, right? If you're watching a movie with the intention or with the purpose of learning new words and phrases, then you should do it in stages. Okay, so you have an episode of a TV show. Maybe it's The Legend of Korra or Avatar, The Last Airbender. It's a good one to choose, I think, because it's not too difficult. All right. The first time, maybe try watching it without subtitles and see how much you can understand. If you're watching the whole episode, go through it, and if you don't understand something, go back and listen to it again. Make sure that you really don't understand, because maybe you don't understand simply because you're not used to listening to English as often as you're used to reading it, right? That's a possibility, and that happens really often, where if I showed you the word or the phrase, actually you know it. You go, oh yeah, oh that's what they said. But you didn't understand because you've had much more practice reading and learning in school and seeing English than you have of English going in your ear hole and then you processing it. So it could be a matter of listening. I would suggest that you make sure it isn't first, right? First, you listen to it and listen to it again and listen to it again and see if you can catch what word that might be, because that's going to sharpen your listening skills. You're going to be a better listener if you do that. And because you don't have words to look at, you're forcing yourself to pay attention to the sounds. That's what can get your listening ability up to the same level as your reading ability. You know that word when you see it, but you don't know it when you hear it. Isn't that a little weird? Think about that for a second. Why is it that this word is special coming in these things, in that you know it, but not when it comes in this thing or these things, right? That's weird. You know the word, it's in your brain. Why should the hole it goes in make it different or make it not understandable? It shouldn't, right? It's just because you haven't brought your English listening up to that level yet, and you need to work on it. So first, try to listen to it or try to watch the episode or the movie without subtitles. Then if you're absolutely sure, this part I absolutely 100% cannot understand, then you turn on subtitles. English subtitles, not your language, English subtitles. And then you search that word or search that phrase that you definitely don't know. Right? I definitely don't know that. I don't know that word. I don't know what that means. I don't know that idiom or that phrasal verb or whatever. I'm going to look it up. Okay. Then you look up what it means. Then, once you've done that, let's say you do it for the whole episode. Once you've done that and you've found the words and phrases you don't know, you've looked them up, you've researched them, hopefully in an all-English dictionary and not in a bilingual dictionary. Then you go back and you watch it without subtitles, because now you know it. There's no excuse for you. You have no excuses left, right? You can't say, oh, I don't know that word. No, you looked it up. You wrote it down, so you have to know it. You know what that word is, so now you need to teach your ear to know it when it hears that, right? So then you watch that episode again. You watch it one more time. You make sure you understand everything 100%. Then you move on and you watch the next episode. That would be my recommendation. First, test your listening. Make listening your first choice, because that's what most people need to bring up to a higher level. There isn't really a reason why your ability to read should be higher than your listening. Just lack of practice. So that would be my suggestion for how to watch an episode of a TV show or a movie, although I think TV show episodes are better because they're shorter, and you can use sort of a method of having a chunk that you learn and a chunk that you learn rather than this one giant thing. All right, it's easier to do with short, ideally 10 to 15 minute episodes. I had mentioned Avatar, The Last Airbender. It's a great show, and I think it's at the right level for a lot of a lot of learners. So thanks for the question, Aries. That's a good one. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And of course, check out my full courses in the links in the description.